So, Magnus and I, or possibly I, have changed the name of the cocktail to the month of February to FeBREWary, like with cocktails and beer. Magnus is shaking his head. But then we sort of realized... today's episode. How are you doing? Welcome to Stories of My Life. So, I'm still in bed. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been up, having breakfast, having lunch, doing some dub. But, dub. Yeah, it's a term. But I am so far behind on editing my videos. I'm editing the video that's going up today. That hasn't happened. Usually I sort of edit yesterday's video in the morning. Now I'm 7 days after. So this is what I'm going to be doing. And in the afternoon, I think I'm going to do a FaceTime with my friend Magnus. And we usually name a month some sort of... January has been Ginuary. I haven't been drinking gin, but that's... February used to be Febourbonary, but we're not crazy about bourbon. So I thought, how about FeBREWary? And FeBREWary means you can either drink beer, because you brew beer, or coffee cocktails, because, you know, you brew coffee. And also there's some brewing going on with other sort of alcoholic beverages. So anything you can brew, drink it during FeBREWary. I will now continue editing. Fun fact, I just bit off a piece of a tooth. Or this thing I got... This thing that's sort of fake that you put over the tooth. So I'm just now called my dentist and they are calling back. Doesn't hurt, but I thought, you know, need to glue it back again. So the dentist just called me back. I'm meeting Sarah on Thursday at 12 o'clock. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Well, it could be better. I know, I could still have the crown on my tooth. But... this is exciting, people. You know something that's really great? They just send me a text and I sort of, I press the text and then it goes straight into my calendar. I didn't even have to write it myself. This is luxurious. Now, back to editing. So people, since this is FeBREWary, which means stuff you brew, like coffee or beer, I am here having a Black Russian, 2 parts vodka, 1 part coffee. I will now FaceTime Magnus and then we will see what happens after that. Also, I might need to go out and get some flour because I haven't told you, but I've started sourdoughing. I got some sourdough starter from Martin yesterday and I need to buy flour to kickstart it. I'm drinking a chocolate milk martini, which is 1 part vodka, 1 part chocolate liqueur, 2 parts chocolate milk, and ice. So, Magnus and I, or possibly I, have changed the name of the cocktail to the month of February to FeBREWary, like with cocktails and beer. Magnus is shaking his head. But then we sort of realized that Magnus doesn't really like to have so-called coffee in cocktails. He's special that way. So we're going back to Febourbonary. So now, after having had a cocktail, 2 cocktails, I'm gonna make a Manhattan, which is Febourbonary bourbon. Yes, I am. I'm sad to say there was no whiskey cocktails or bourbon cocktails because I have not bought bourbon. So we just talked. And now I have to go out because Martin gave me this sourdough starter yesterday. And I sort of put some rye flour this morning in it. And now I need to add about a litre of flour, just regular wheat flour. And I realised I haven't got it. Need to go out and buy it. So join me for a fun-filled adventure as Joachim goes shopping. Unbeknownst to me, must be some snow. Not serious snow, but, snow. I mean, what's wrong with the world? This is February. These sort of big dandelion-like snowflakes. Dear. Yesterday after the show, Martin gave me this sourdough starter and he gave me also a recipe how to use it. So this morning I took I took 2 tablespoons out of it, and I added 1 deciliter of rye flour and 1 deciliter of water, and I put it back, and as you can see, it's percolating, but that's not the part we're using. This is the part we're using. As you can see, I took 2 tablespoons and I added 2 deciliters of flour, rye bread flour, and 2 deciliters of water to this. And as you can see, it's percolating. I did this morning, and now I'm going to be adding 1 liter of flour. And in the morning, I will be baking boots down. To this, I will add 10 deciliters of sifted flour and 3.5 deciliters of water. And then we mix, and I always think it's easier to use chopsticks for this. So now I'm just about to leave this under lid for 8 hours. So in the morning, I will do some baking.
So long, dearie, dearie.
Well, he was out of work, just minding his day. Then a friend from said, come right away, I'm moving on. I've got a new plan, but I don't know you'll be perfect. You're the dresser man.